So let me speak to the YouTube community and Facebook. All right, bam. All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm your boy Chef Yarneezy, the Pip Master. Guys, it's going to be a very interesting day. We had a little bit of news that ruffled feathers this morning. I don't know what. I don't know how the market did the buy up and the drop. I'm like, that ain't right. When I look at what my parameters, where it's set up, and I'm like, okay, I see it coming back now. But believe me, this sucker had me like little shaky shake because I didn't see that reversal coming. I'm like, what? That reversal was weird. And then it not only did the sucker drop, but it came. I was like, okay, I see what it's doing. Okay, it made that doji right here. Okay, so it's gonna go back and get the lady in the dress, right? Y'all already know, lady in the dress. I didn't know it was gonna happen so soon, but she went back and played my music. Your music playing? Huh? How about now? Is that good? Because I want to make sure because I'm in the volume side. Um, that's good right there. Drown me. Cool. Right. I'm closing the app now. I'm closing it. Right, good morning. I guess it sure did. All right. Yeah, so it had me I don't get shook too much, but that sucker had me a little shook. I was like, "Hey, hey, 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 what you doing?" Then I had to, how I always tell you, right? Be confident, right? So I had to go back to, okay, and I had to shake it off and look at what the market was doing. So it okay, y'all heard of liquidity grabs? Y'all ever heard of that? No? Okay. Yeah, a liquidity grab is where in my opinion, okay, in my opinion, I believe it's where the brokers are saying, okay, this is where people are in the market. Let's go grab the account, right? Because if when I look at where this was, yeah, stumping them out, right? So when I look at where this was, I said, man, it's like a barely pierced. First of all, it was in a strong buy momentum, right? Then it barely pierced over bought, right? And then it did a doji reversal to go back and get this doji, came all the way down beyond it, consolidated. Now it's going back up. But let's look at the setup. What is the 5 minute setup on y'all? What's that? What is this? Huh? Oh, you breaking up. Strong buy. Okay, what's the 15 minute setup for? Okay, I didn't know stay don't unmute. What's the 30 minute setup for? And what's the 1 hour setup for? Okay, so why would it reverse for a second? I'm just saying. Get me. You get me? So I'm like, that was weird. And I know the 4 hour is set up for a sale. I got it. The 4 hour set up for a sale. That's how we made so much money yesterday. Right? The 4 hour was the chart of choice yesterday. But it's not the chart of choice today because the 1 minute is set up, was already set up for a buy. Okay. It was already set up for the buy. Right? So everything is in alignment. Now it should go right back up and grab this what late in the dress. So now her wrist got to get covered. So we should go right back up through our entry and take profit this time because it has to not only capture this, but now it's going to do what it did in reverse. That's what it should do, right? All right, real quick, I got to show this. Even when I was on Wolf this morning, I looked at Wolf and Wolf had on the lower time frame, Wolf had it set up for buy. It's like, why? So I was like, man, y'all bugging. And then the dollar. All right, who knows the philosophy about what the dollar does? The indices do the opposite. Who knows about that? Anybody doesn't know? It goes opposite of the dollar, right? So if the dollar is tanking, indices should be doing what? Buying, right? Indices should be buying. So when you look at how this is going in a W, the dollar is going in an M, right? Which is correct based on structure. And if you look at this structure, the dollar is set up to do what? Somebody other than Monique. What is the dollar set up to do? Look at the structure. Why? Absolutely. Everything is below it. It's a perfect setup below. The dollar already did. It already went through the what 5 minute chart. It did the 1 to 5. Now it's going to the 15, which means the next level for the dollar is at 415 at 106.097. Right? Then it's got the 30-minute chart to go through. It's got to hit that 200. It's got the 1 hour to go through. It's got to come down here also to hit that 200 on the 1 hour. And then it got the 4 hour to contend with. Then it needs to hit the 50, right? So if the dollar is selling, we should be looking for nice buys on these indices. So I don't know why they keep doing this messy reversal, right? I call it messy because they know they're being messy on these reversals. So we just, patience, man. It's a patience game. Y'all already know that. This is not a heavy news day. I thought it was, but it's not a heavy news day. This is one folder that was red, unemployment claims. They hit at 8:30, and it really didn't have a strong impact on the market just yet. The one that's going to really make the difference is at 4 o'clock today when Fed Chair Powell speaks on interest rates and whatnot, right? Because I don't know what he's going to talk about today. I mean, he already talked about, let me see, he's due to speak, blah, blah, federal chair hawkish, federal chair volatility is out of experience. Edison. It ain't telling what he's talking about today on this particular news, but he should be talking about the interest rate again. And when he does that, the market responds to anything he says. So we just have to be again patient and wait, and let's see, what really happens after Fed Chair Powell speaks. Um, Now I'm waiting on the market to make its full adjustments. Going, I'm still looking for gold to come up here and finish and close this lady out here. She didn't close this one. She closed that one. She did not close this one up top. So I'm looking for gold to get his act together along with its counterparts, NAS and US 30. Um, Hopefully they're just making higher lows or lower highs and coming back to make higher highs. So it's from what it looks like to me, is going in that direction right now. So uh just waiting to see how this thing is going to turn. I gave a trade to my group this morning, and we hit on US 30, but that ain't the move, man. That was temporary. I'm like, man, they putting it. I mean, I'm looking at US 30 like boo boo. Where are we going? Ain't we supposed to be going to that 800 right there on the 5 minute chart? So I'm waiting on US 30 to get his life. I'm waiting on NAS to get his life. It's in the same situation, right? The NAS has this whole setup going up top. And when I looked at levels this morning, let me go to NAS real quick. Hold on 1 second if I can get there, and then I'll blow this up. When I looked at this setup on NAS, even you see how it stopped short of the Monday box entry. So I'm like, okay, you already did this down here. What else are you wanting to prove below us? right? Everything else should be above. So I'm looking at NAS to see if in fact it will reverse on this reverse hammer right here. And if it does, then I'm looking for NAS. This same candle, I'm wanting this candle to turn green because I am on a higher time frame using this particular tool. So just waiting for some action. Waiting for some action, y'all. So good morning, and good morning. Let's see. So let me go through this. We got 17 minutes to the bell, so I'll start calling stuff out here as we get closer to the bell ring. I'm really hoping for a strong buy at the bell. Um, Looking at US 30, going back to my old roots of how we were able to determine direction of travel early on. I look at that 9 o'clock candle, which is at 1300. Then I look at the 10, which is a sell candle. Then I look at the 15, right, which hasn't formed yet. And hopefully that 15-minute candle will be a buy candle because then that will make all of these charts that are saying it's in a buy momentum, that will make those charts true, right? Other than that, I really can't fathom why it will be selling at this point. And it went back into my green box, right? So that was the other part. It did go back in my green box. Now I do see a lady right here that it could reverse and come back into my pink box. If the market does drop and come back into my pink box, then I'm looking for it to sell down to this yellow line right here, 33,121. If the market does not come back into my pink box and open up a candle and close a candle in my pink box, then I'm looking for it to go back through the green box, and it should peak out around 33,998 according to what the top of my green box is. So it's definitely a flip flop market this morning, and I'm looking forward to flip and not flop. If that makes sense to you guys. So again, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am here. I'm your boy Chef Yarnezy, Mr. Professor, the Pimp Master himself, and looking to see what we're going to venture in this morning. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna move this over to another chart so I can strategize this one real quick for you guys as well. 'Cause I want to see what currency pair has the strength this morning. So I'm using my levels. So for those of you in our community, you already know if you got levels, y'all know what time it is. You can utilize levels. Oh yes, AUD CAD. AUD CAD, guys. Let me show you that on here. AUD CAD is a good currency pair for this morning for us to get into. Look where it is right here. In a minute, we'll be able to take 5 on AUD CAD. I do have a level according to levels. It has CAD going to 0. Somebody put this in the chat for me. 0.86368. That's where I am strong is. 0.86368. That's where it is going for CAD. We can take 5 at let's take 5 at 7 to 2. So we're gonna take 5, 0.8627. We'll take it from 27. Yeah, that's good. 8.627. So 27, we're gonna put in the buy. Matter of fact, it's now. So if you got AUD CAD, I gotta get it on my screen. What am I talking about? You got AUD CAD, I want you to put in a buy on AUD CAD. Hopefully you guys caught it. I did. I gotta go to strong links just to find it. A second. AUD CAD. Where you at? There you are. AUD CAD. So give me a second on AUD CAD. It's pulling back. Let me let this candle. If you didn't get in, let's let this candle reverse for a green candle. That's going to be, oh yeah, 27. Okay, good. 27 is going to be the entry on that one. Yeah, that's a nice one too. That's a nice one. AUD CAD. So I'm gonna keep an eye on AUD CAD, 2 to 7, and then we taking that to 32 right here. I'm gonna add the alert, and that'll let me know when it got there. All right. That's if you wanted to take AUD CAD. Everybody doesn't like doing currency pairs, and some people don't even have that one on their chart. Like I know for me, it wasn't on my chart on one of my accounts, but it was on the other one. And we are 12 minutes out to the bell. It's going to be 32. So 27 to 32. Right? It's 0.8627 to 0.8632. Man, what is going on? My screen is, I can't touch my screen. What is going on? Yo, thing is bugging. Huh. I can't even hit the plus. For some reason, I can't hit my plus. Huh. There we go. Good night. Nope, it wouldn't let me do it for. Oh, I know why. So if you trading, God dog it, I got to do a lot of work to get to this one. I probably ain't gonna have time. Let me see. If you're trading one of the prop firms, especially if you're doing a Maven account, you have to have the I behind the currency, and that's why I was like, I couldn't even touch this thing. What was going on? So I'm setting mine at 2.7 right now. Buy stop at 2.7, and I'm getting out at 32. Okay, so mine is set. All right, so that's AUD CAD. The reason why, let me show y'all why I decided on that one real quick. Um, it should be, yep. You see the strength here, how strong AUD is over CAD, but actually like AJ even better. Let me look at AJ on levels real quick, and I'll show y'all this in a minute. I'm just getting everything situated. Yeah, AJ looks about the same as far as numbers are concerned. Yeah, AJ looks about the same. So when you look at this right here, all right, when I look at uh currency strength, you see how it's 69 over 31 here, it's 69 over 32 here. So they're about in the same boat. AUD CAD and AUD JPY, they're about in the same boat. But AUD CAD, what I like about it is just not coming up to the I am strong level. So just wanted to give you that tidbit of information real quick, and then I'm gonna move that out the way. Minimize levels for now. Um, so let's go back and look at gold. Gold is, as long as gold hits back up here, gold will make this W. Now that's what it looks like gold is forming, is a W. NAS is actually doing about the same thing, and then US 30, same thing. So all three of them are kind of trading together this morning, right? NAS, gold, US 30, they're doing the same stuff. And every now and then they will be in the same cycle. So as you can see, US 30 bounced up off of um, my trend line. Um, so again, I'm looking at US 30 like, okay, what you gonna do this morning then? Because you just left my trend line alone. You're consolidating in a zone. So it is making a zone right now. All right. But I don't want to do anything with the zone because opening bell is going to make a whole different change based um on movement, right? So um if you look at give me 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. All right. So if you look at um, how the EMAs are starting to realign themselves on the 1 minute chart, the 50 is coming right back down to the low side, which typically pushes price action down low. So the Dow Jones may be setting up for a slight sell. I know I like to look at Wolf real quick. Give me 1 second. It's 3100. It's got that on. So it's everywhere. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they both are setting up for the same thing. So NAS should be reversing for a buy. Let me go to the 1 minute on NAS and see if it's doing it yet. Oh, NAS is definitely setting up for a buy. US 30 is setting up, and gold is setting up to make a W. So let's wait on a little bit more confirmation, and then we can get in for five. I want you to take five on. You're gonna take five on NAS. We're gonna take five on US 30 in a minute. So just give me a second. Let's get this set up, and then I'll tell you when. The entry, guys. The reason why I can't give an entry is because the numbers are all over the place. Like on one of my brokers, I'm at 531. On here, I'm at 553. On my other broker, I am at see US 30. I'm at 530. So let me see. Go to this broker then. Let me see what this one says. And on my broker here, I am at 550. So one of my brokers are in line with this. One of my brokers are in line with TradingView. The other brokers are not. So that's why you're gonna have to do. I typically don't want you doing MEs, market executions, but you're going to have to do a market execution simply because the broker's numbers are off. And then you're going to take five. And once you're in blue, what Dr. LA say? It's on you. Once you're in blue, it's on you. But five points is what I want you to take when this market settles. Right now, we're still going back and forth, making zigzags. I don't like the zigzags. I like movement. I like strong movement. So waiting on Nas to get his life together. Once Nas comes here, I'll set my alert here for Nas. Because I don't want to do a sale on Nas when I know that all my charts will give me buy momentum, right? But if Nas does sell, it's to complete this crown right here. And if it does sell, we will capture that part of sale just based on it wanting to complete a crown. All right. I hope you guys understand that. When I look at the 1 minute chart, it's a long way over to where this crown is. And it looks like that's what it's kind of setting up for is a crown completion. All right. I got any questions this morning? Any questions? Any preguntas? ¿Tú tienes preguntas? Oh, okay. That's kind of simple. So four finger strategy is a strategy I came up with couple of years ago, actually. I came up with three finger, then I added a fourth finger. And what that is simply just the DeLorean EMAs, right? If you got Trading View and you put in DeLorean EMA, you're gonna get the 50, the 200, and 800, right? But I added the 415 as a segue between the 800 and the 200 because a lot of times price will stop shy of going to the 800, but it will hit that 415, right? And what the four finger strategy says is when you have four charts, at least four charts, and they look identical, meaning the setup is perfect, which is the 50, 200, 415, 800 EMAs. Like this is set up for an above move, which means price should buy up to the EMAs because the EMAs are considered magnets. It's like price action pulls itself to the EMA. So when these are set up in this way, it reminds me of how if you put your four fingers and just spread them, that's what it looks like. It looks like your four fingers are spread out, right? And then price just goes through your fingers. So that's why I call it the four finger strategy. You do see a red line, which is the 21 EMA, but that is another part of the strategy. I really don't talk about that one too much. But when you see this alignment, typically price action will go through those fingers when it's perfectly aligned. See, we still got some sell, a little bit of sell momentum because this is still not pointing up or across. It's kind of pointing down. So I do see possibly why price could sell at this point until they align. They are aligned, but I'm looking for price to go. I'm looking for them to go kind of across versus going in an downward motion. But what I do like about when price action does move, and we got 2 minutes to the bell, when price action does move and it hits that first one, right? It goes through the charts. When it starts off, the 1 minute is the first chart that lines up. After that 1 minute is lined up, then you want to look to see which other charts are lined up. So if you look now, look at that 50, 200, 415, 800. It is lining gold for a buy. On the 5 minute, it's set up the same way, right? You got the same setup. On the 15 minute, it's up the same way. If I were to pull everything down, you'll see all my EMAs are lined up. So I'm looking for gold to buy simply because the fingers are set up and we got the room in the RSI for gold to buy. I'm looking for NAS to basically do the same thing. NAS is set up on the 5, and it just went towards the 800 EMA and stopped short, right? So NAS, because of NAS, where it's pointing kind of down now, NAS can buy, but NAS we sell. And we're about to hit bell. I hope that I explained that. I'll show you on another. Okay, and then when set up in reverse, then it's setting up for a what? It's setting up for a sale when it's in reverse. All right, bell, opening bell. Let's see what the market gonna do, y'all. Let's see what it's gonna do. I don't want to give anything too hasty. As y'all see, NAS is doing basically nothing yet. US 3 got a little dip. Not sure if it's really a real dip or not. And then gold. If I look at the 1 minute on gold, gold is setting up possibly for that buy. And because we already have a compound trade in uh, for everybody. Ooh, okay, okay, awesome. Thank you. We're in out on cash for those who are just joining. Um, these other items, I don't trust them yet. I'm waiting. And you cannot be anxious for anything in this market. You just because you saw the dip does not mean it's gonna sell. Because if you get gold USA, look at that. And if I change the real candles, look at that. We had a strong dip candle, then a buy candle right after that. So you cannot be anxious for anything. I'm counting on what the EMAs are aligned for. But again, this is the mark, guys. Today is Thursday. We had news. Anything can affect the way this market runs today. So we're going to be patient and wait. I want some strong momentum. I don't like weak momentum. I want strong momentum. Then I'll be able to give you a decent trade. Get ready. We're going to gear up for possibly NAS. That's my first one that I call today. All right. And then those people who are joining me on the uh, my social media. Thanks for joining. I'm about to let you go in a minute because my community, we're about to get it in. It's as simple as that. Uh, Wait a minute, shift gears at the US 30 going to be the first one because US 30 is giving more of the stronger momentum this morning. So when you guys hear my alarm, I want you to enter into US 30 for a buy. When you hear this alert, you can hear it. When you hear that alert, then US 30 for a buy, and then we're going to take 5 to 10 on US 30. When that alert goes off, you're going to see that wick is going to go right through it. As long as that wick exceeds it, you're definitely going to catch a buy on US 30. So just be patient, um, waiting on the really settled NAS. Let me just alert a little bit higher. I don't like it right here. I want it to be up here, so let me change this alert. I want it to be up above this level. Then I know we could go up and hit this. And so we're still cool. Everybody cool. Everybody impatient. Everybody's waiting because NAS and US 30, they need to be going in the same direction. NAS right now is going this way. All right. US 30 is going upward, and the dollar, what we doing? The dollar should be going down. Yeah. So I do want to see the dollar complete this shape right here. Dollar completes that shape, then I know we're golden. I know we're golden. Gold is taking its sweet time to get up there, that 800 EA. Now just reverse for the buy. All right. So I'm waiting on this candle to turn color. Okay. So that should be coming through these fingers in a minute. Okay. We're gonna do one at a time though. One at a time, y'all. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining me out there on social media. If you want to know more about what we're doing in our community, just sure that you did. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm your boy, if you are Neezy, the Pip Master. That is my time. All on social media. Y'all have a blessed one.